In the headlines, canoe accident claims 4 lives in Borno State. Justice Nyako recused herself from Nnamdi Kanu's case. Nigeria's central bank tightens monetary policy further, hiking interest rate to 27.25%. On the foreign scene, Senegal opposition parties form alliance ahead of legislative elections. Hello, good evening and welcome to the news update on Trust TV. My name is Abdullahi Ahmed. We begin in Borno State as a canoe accident in Bakassi between Mafa and Dikwa local government, Dikwa along Maiduguri Road in Borno State has tragically claimed 4 lives. According to a statement from the ASP Nahun Daso, the public relations officer of the Borno State Police Command, the incident was recorded on Monday at around 3 p.m. The canoe carrying passengers was submerged in floodwaters, resulting in the loss of 4 women from Bulabuling Ward in Dikwa local government area. The victims were swiftly evacuated to Dikwa General Hospital, where a doctor confirmed their deaths. Their bodies have since been handed over to their families for burial arrangements according to Islamic rites. In the transportation sector in Jalingo, the Taraba state capital, are expressing concerns over the sharp decline in passengers following the recent fuel hike in the country. Speaking to Trust TV News at the Jalingo main park, several operators revealed that the price surge has severely impacted their business operations, with many struggling to meet their daily targets.
A visit to the Jalingo main motor park reveals that services have drastically reduced with few vehicles loading, a situation which indicates that the number of travelers have reduced significantly. A park manager, Muhammad Umar, said although they have increased prices for trips, the increase is not comparable to the present increase in price of PMS. He added that drivers are complaining that the increase in fares is not reflective of the present-day economic realities, adding that they are not able to meet their daily targets.
Alkasari ita gwamnati ba wai tana considering mutane game da wansu.
We have spent 2 days under that bridge. We have spent all the money we realized from the passengers on 4 because we got to Numa before realizing that the road was cut off. So we have to go back to Bugu and Kwaya to get here. Another passenger is willing to pay additional money.
Some drivers and road union workers also expressed worry over the current situation, saying transport fare from Jalingo to Gombe is now 9,000 naira against the previous price of 6,000 naira, while Bauchi is 13,000 naira as against 8,000 naira before the recent increase in the price of PMS.
Madadin kudin da zaka dan samu kaje ka ci abinci da shi zaka ƙara mai.
Right now, we barely load a single car in a week, unlike before that we used to load almost 6 cars a day.
Baya ne sosai game da transport da yake tafiya a cikin tasha nan sosai. Don yanzu haka muna iya kwana.
I am traveling from Taraba to Bauchi, but there are no vehicles available due to the high cost of fuel, so I have to pass through Gombe before getting a car to Bauchi.
When you travel to the journey and come back, there will be no any income, no profits. All what you have gotten, the fuel will now take it away because of the high price of the fuel.
Before we were paying passenger from here to Lagos was 25,000, but right now we are paying 35,000. And again, before our vehicle will be moving here, we're moving 4, 5, 6, but right now our vehicle cannot move even 2. Only 1. So we are picking challenges from many calibers of ways. Even our road like this, our main roads, if you can go to one of after Jalingo to this place, the bridge has cut. So that bridge too, if you come there, canoe canoe where we pay and we cross you, we collect 6,000 naira.
Some of the commuters expressed dissatisfaction with the situation, stressing that they spend almost 24 hours just from Jalingo to Gombe due to the hike in price of the fuel.
I'm traveling from Mehula, Bali local government, which cost me 4,000 naira from Jalingo to Gombe. I paid 9,000 naira. Before I used to pay 600 naira from here to Gombe, and from Bali to Jalingo was 2,000 naira, 500 to 3,000 naira. Our major challenge is delay. We started for this journey at 10 o'clock and now it's after 2 and we are still in Jalingo. Our drivers here have been lamenting that the amount we added is not enough, but we ask them to be patient and make do with the little they have for now. We collect 7,500 naira before from here to Gombe, but now we added just 1,000 naira, making it 8,500.
The union, road users and commuters all call on government to address the situation.
Well, as Nigeria's economic situation continues to worsen and fuel prices soar, millions of Nigerians, particularly low-income earners, are finding alternative ways to boost their income. In Lagos State, under bridges have been transformed into bustling business hubs as thousands strive to make ends meet and support their families amidst the growing financial challenges. Here's the report.
In a bid to protect stakeholders and ensure a more efficient insurance industry, the National Insurance Commission (NICOM) says it is working to ensure that insurance companies prioritize prompt payment of genuine claims. As a follow-up to the above commitments, insurance experts in Lagos have been weighing in on the potential impact of this initiative on the industry and the wider public.
There is going to be increase in penetration and the GDP is going to increase as well. The current government is looking at how to increase our GDP, how to contribute more to the overall growth of the nation as a financial institution.
Now, NICOM is doing what we call housekeeping. In every home, you do your housekeeping either every day or every week. You want to clean the house. We should not say NICOM should not clean the house. If while you are in business is to pay claims, then why are you not paying the claims? Haven't collected premium. NICOM is not doing the asset man thing. NICOM want to sanitize the industry. And the best way to sanitize the industry is to make.
Right, the federal government is set to implement the new minimum wage with effect from July 29, 2024. The federal government also approved the revision of the salary structure for lecturers, doctors, military and other civil servants. The development comes after the federal government and the labor union on Friday signed a memorandum of understanding on the 70,000 naira minimum wage. A statement by the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation and signed by the Head Information and Public Relations, Eno Olotu, says the Committee on the Salaries for Civil Servants has agreed that the new minimum wage will be implemented and backdated from 29th of July this year. The agreement is part of the resolutions reached at the end of the committee's meeting in Abuja on Friday. According to the statement, the committee also recommended the wage award, which the federal government discontinued, and it should be paid until July 28, 2024. The committee, led by the head of civil service of the Federation, Didi Wilson Jack, noted that the government considered the economic situation in the country before making its decision. The presiding judge in the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Justice Binta Nyako, has recused herself from the trial. On Tuesday, Justice Nyako withdrew from the trial after Nnamdi Kanu made an oral submission accusing the judge of non-compliance with the orders of the Supreme Court. Kanu had ordered his counsel, Aloy Edumako, to sit down while he took up submission to the court after the lawyer tried to appeal to the judge to suspend the trial to enable his client prepare adequately for his defense as the date was too close. The judge's decision followed Kanu's declaration that he no longer have in the court as the judge did not abide by, no longer has faith in the court as the judge does not abide by the decision of the Nigerian Supreme Court. Justice Nyako had been presiding over the trial of Nnamdi Kanu since he was first arrested back in 2015 for agitations for the creation of Biafra Republic from Nigeria. The Central Bank of Nigeria has again raised the monetary policy rate by 50 basis points to 27.25% from 26.75%. The committee also retained the asymmetric corridor at plus 500 and minus 100 points and raised cash reserve ratio from 45% to 50%. Addressing journalists at the end of the 27th MPC in Abuja, the CBN Governor Olaimi Cardoso says the committee was unanimous in further tightening the policy. 11 of the 12 members were in attendance. Talking security now, the Nigerian Army announced on Tuesday that it has discharged Private Ruth Ogunleye, a female soldier who earlier accused a senior officer, Colonel I.B. Abdul Karim, of sexual harassment. According to the Army, Ogunleye was discharged on medical grounds following a thorough investigation and is entitled to pension and other lifetime benefits. Ogunleye in January had accused Colonel Abdul Karim and other officers of harassment on her TikTok page, claiming that Colonel Abdul Karim repeatedly attempted to assault her and subjected her to psychiatric confinement for rejecting his advances. The Ministry of Women Affairs intervened and Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja ordered an investigation into the matter. The Army spokesperson, Onyema Nwachukwu, revealed that the investigation found no evidence to support Ogunleye's allegations after a comprehensive review of the case. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Still to come, we'll take a look at the journey of raising children with special needs. More on this and many more stories up ahead after the break. Welcome back to the news. Let's take another look at our top stories. Canoe accident in Borno State claims 4 lives. Justice Nyako recused himself from Nnamdi Kanu's trial. The National Media Complaints Commission says Daily Trust's report on the Samoa Agreement was not in line with the Code of Ethics for Nigerian journalists, as it was not a true reflection of the content of the agreement. In a ruling after its investigation, the NMCC recommended that the paper issues a public apology and take measures to prevent further future occurrences, while urging the federal government to take deliberate steps to ensure that Nigerians are adequately informed about matters of public interest. The NMCC also called for increased transparency and proactive information dissemination from the federal government. Special needs are woven into the fabric of our society with their unique abilities, often inspiring wonder, but also facing misunderstanding. Behind their stories are the parents who navigate a world filled with both joy and struggle, embracing the extraordinary journey of raising these children. In this report, Trust TV's Sumaya Abubakar delves into the lives of these families, highlighting their resilience, love, and challenges that they encounter on a daily basis. Her report.
Children with special needs once faced severe stigma and isolation, often misunderstood by society. While attitudes have improved with increased awareness and a focus on inclusion, caregivers still grapple with lingering prejudice. Despite progress, many caregivers continue to navigate the challenges of stigma, working tirelessly to ensure their children are accepted and valued in a world that does not always understand their needs.
So getting him to get injected is like you have to literally hold him. To pin him down to get injected, he was throwing a fit and I got injected. And I had a lot of people there saying things like all these mothers that cannot train their children well. One even went as far as saying all these single mothers. She's very sure I'm not married. You know, just being judgmental based on the way he is, not understanding. If it was in my earlier days, I would have probably started crying or feeling bad.
When I had him, the level of awareness was very, very low, and there was a cultural and traditional approach to it. A lot of people still believe that it has to do with witchcraft, it has to do with genes, it has to do with my bad behavior, somebody laying a curse on me, or me trying to do something bad to somebody and it's boomeranged.
Raising a child with special needs presents unique challenges, from managing sensory sensitivities to overcoming communication barriers. Parents often need specialized knowledge and resources to navigate these hurdles effectively. Beyond emotional resilience, many families struggle with the financial burden of therapies and support services, making their journey even more demanding.
It's difficult when you have to raise a child like that. Everything that's mass-produced, that come cheaper, that are affordable, are not things he can use.
If you are going to pay for speech therapy separately, occupational therapy separately, physiotherapy separately, it's quite a lot. So what we try to do is that we put all those services together and then we give you a bulk sum, so it doesn't have to be that much.
Raising a child with special needs can be emotionally overwhelming, making it crucial for parents to have a strong support system. With the right network of family, friends, and professionals, parents can better navigate the challenges and find the strength they need.
I think the only person that has ever really understood me from the very first day of this special need to be my dad. Even though he didn't know what it was, he has never seen this, he doesn't know what it is, but he was willing to learn, unlearn and relearn, and just hold my hand if that's all he could do for me.
I think the greatest support I've had are friends, not family, when it comes to financing. But family was not supportive. His father is not in his life.
I would always advise mothers, please don't build your life around this child. Feel free to delegate some of these duties. Join support groups. Look for people that are going through, that have the same story with you.
As we work toward breaking down barriers and promoting inclusion, it is essential to ensure that families raising children with special needs receive the support and resources they need. By providing these vital tools, we can help create a more inclusive society where every child has the opportunity to thrive.
I've had to do a lot of things. And let's just say things have been going uphill, downhill.
By recognizing their unique challenges and celebrating their strength, we can foster a more inclusion and compassionate society. This understanding allows us to support individuals with special needs and build a community where everyone is valued. Sumaya Abubakar, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Let's turn our attention now to developments on the international scene. With less than 2 months remaining before Senegal's early legislative election on November 17, political parties are preparing for a battle. They have just 4 days left to submit their candidates list for validation by the Ministry of Interior. As new coalition takes shape, the country's political landscape is undergoing significant changes. One of the most notable developments is the formation of a new coalition called the Bloc of Liberals and Democrats. The alliance includes 40 political parties, notably the Alliance for the Republic of former President Macky Sall and Rewmi, led by former Prime Minister Idrissa Seck. This coalition comes as rumors intensify about a possible dissolution of the National Assembly and early legislative elections. The Confederation of African Football has announced a new date for the upcoming group stage of the 2024-2025 Champions League and Confederations Cup. The changes became necessary after the president of the body, Patrice Motsepe, announced the date of qualifiers for the Championship of African Nations, CAF, on Tuesday. fixed November 26 as the kickoff date for the competition, while dates for the knockout round remains unchanged. The full schedule revealed that Match Day 1 is scheduled for November 26 to 27, Match Day 2, December 6 to 8, while Match Day 3 is slated for December 13 to December 15. Accordingly, Match Day 4 is set for January 3rd to January 5th, and Match Day 5 is set to come up between January 10 and January 12th, while Match Day 6th will be scheduled for 17th and 19th January 2025. Well, that is it. You're up to date with the latest news stories at this hour. Thank you most kindly for joining us. Feel free to follow us across our social media platforms to stay in touch. You can also head out to our website, trusttv.com, for the latest news, programs and documentaries. My name is Abdullahi Ahmed. Thank you for your time. See you soon.